The Reed Devil boss fight in Crimson Desert is straightforward but can become tricky or difficult if you don't do the following things. In this video, I'll show you how you can skip most of the fight and also be in a position to easily defeat him by carrying a lot of heals. First, the boss fight almost has two different phases, and then the second phase also has two phases within. So I'm going to show you how to skip the first phase where you're basically walking up to the mountain to the fields and you get ambushed by a lot of his henchmen, and also he also sometimes comes in to fight you as well. This can get very tricky because a lot of enemies spawn in, you've got to kill them and you could die anytime. So what you need to do is just follow what I'm doing here. Basically, and as outrageous as it sounds, I skip all of them. Just keep walking or riding your horse up the mountain, skip all enemies. If he shows up, which he probably will, just skip him, don't get distracted, keep going up, and what you'll see is that you'll reach the field without doing any fighting, and you can begin phase 2 of the boss fight being full health and also having all of your heals. This will put you in a very good position to beat the Reed Devil. And don't forget, on the left side of these plains you have a teleport platform, so just activate it in case you need to use it either in this fight or in the future. Once you've done all of this, congratulations, because you're already in a very strong position to defeat the Reed Devil boss. Now, just walk up to this workbench and interact with the doll of the Reed Devil. This will initiate a cutscene where you then need to walk a bit further and then the Reed Devil will spawn, and that's how you know the boss fight is about to begin. Now, this boss fight will have two phases as mentioned before, but it's really not that difficult as long as you're stacked with heals. If you're not, before the boss fight even begins, just go buy some heals, buy some meat, buy some eggs, whatever you want, whatever your character wants, and just be ready for this fight, because really, I finished this fight first time, and the only reason I did it is because I did a few simple tricks, did a few simple dodges, but I had a lot of heals. Because some of his attacks are pretty hard to dodge unless you've completely mastered him, which I don't really expect you to do this early on in the game. So have a lot of heals will be my basic number one top tip. In addition, he does some teleportation moves as well, so just be patient and wait for him to come back and then dodge whenever he's done. The fighting mechanics of this boss fight is basically where you'll have one or two opportunities every other move he does where you can hit him with your combo. And that's it. Just be patient, hit him with your combos, he'll disappear, leave him be, he'll come back for that sword of yours. Second phase is a bit different but pretty straightforward. You basically have to break down these statues of the Reed Devil, and he'll basically be attacking you while you're doing it, but if you dodge and roll and keep being at it, he won't be able to lay a lot of damage on you. If you don't destroy these totems, you won't be able to attack him. So put your full focus on destroying these totems so that the real fight begins. The second fight is by far the hardest bit in the boss fight, where he basically brings out a whole new set of moves. He does these laser beams, as you can see, which are really hard to dodge. So my top tip for this phase would be defense first, attack second, just because his attacks are pretty ruthless, and because they're Neo, you don't really know how to dodge them or parry them. You can try, especially when he's close by, but he'll start disappearing on you. So again, be patient and dodge or defend first and then attack. You can see from my fight, a lot of the times I'm basically low on health and I just re-heal, and no matter how many times he hits me, it's not a worry because I can just re-heal and fight him again. It's not a Souls game, but the bosses are still hard. What makes it easier is the heal mechanic, so you can just heal because some of these laser beams hit hard, man, and if you're not really staying on top, they will hit you. So make sure to dodge them and parry whenever you can, but also attack him as well, as you can clearly see. In the start of the fight, I tried to do that new attack technique that we had just learned and really failed miserably just because this boss likes to stay at a longer range. So don't try to do something new, just stick to what you know. Sometimes he'll stagger, so use those opportunities to really hold down on the R2 bumper button and lay down your heavy attacks on him. And that's basically it. Follow me for more Crimson Desert content, and I'll see you in the next one.